What is up, go-getters? It is Dallas Gordon here, and today we are talking about how to get your mind right. It's about time you got that mind right. We're going to be talking all about that today, but first off, if you are new here, a big, huge welcome into this channel. I'm so glad you found the channel, you found this video, you stopped by. Thank you so much, and a big, huge welcome back to all of my go-getter family. I really always appreciate your support of me and this channel. Thank you. So if you're loving the content, don't forget to like it up, thumbs it up, share it out, and drop me some comments below. Talk to your girl. If you are new here on this channel, we share motivation, anything positive, also business and marketing tips as well. Success is an inside out job, so if that sounds like your jam, I welcome you to stick around. I would love to see your face in the place. So today, guys, we are talking about how you can get your mind right. I speak to so many clients on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, I should say. And one of the most common issues for entrepreneurs is their mindset. All problems are stemming from the mind. So it's super important, guys, that you control your narrative by controlling your environment, the people and places that you are around. And just to give you some examples on how you can do this, guys. Number one, control what you put in your ears. So if you're plugging your ears up, I'm on YouTube, and I'm a huge big fan of YouTube, and there are, different channels and people who are positive that I listen to all the time. And so I'm making sure that I am following other positive channels, so that YouTube is only suggesting to me positive stuff. When I go over on Pinterest, I'm always repinning the positivity, so that when I go to my Pinterest account from my phone, which is one of my favorite things to do, looking for different ideas and saving different things, I'm always filling my spirit with the other negative quotes that are out there, because Pinterest is going to feed me back, the stuff that I'm interested in. The same thing on my social media accounts. I make sure that I'm following people who are like-minded, who are very positive, and removing the people who are not. This way, I am not seeing in my feed a lot of garbage. I'm more so seeing stuff that is reinforcing me, reinforcing the good things in me, reaffirming good words in me, and things like that. So that's just some of the ways that you can control your narrative, okay? Like even some of the people that you are around, okay? You may need to dial back or cut back on some of the connections that you have, and welcome more positive people, into your life, so that you can have more positive conversations, and you can be surrounded around that positive energy, on a daily basis. So it's so important, guys, I guess what I'm trying to say is your mind is not going to work itself out. Your mind is almost like a muscle, like any other muscle in your body, and it has to be filled with good things on a consistent basis in order for it to remain positive. So you just can't expect for your mind to do all the work for itself. You actually have to provide your mind with wonderful, motivating, beautiful energy, music, YouTube videos, quotes, things that you can read, and things that you can speak and say over yourself to keep yourself energized and keep yourself positive. These are things that you need to be feeding yourself, things that really do feed your soul, people that really do feed your soul, and also be that light to other people. So it's something you're giving out, is something that you're radiating, and it's also something that you're taking back in on a daily basis. So that is number one. Number two is replace the negative thoughts with positive ones. You may have heard me say this before on the channel if you are one of my go-getters, but I'm going to say it again because faith definitely comes by hearing. You don't want to take one day at a time. You want to take life one thought at a time. So when you are approached with a negative thought, you have the opportunity to replace that negative thought with a positive thought. You don't have to accept that negative thought yet as your own. So I feel like thoughts are energy, and we're approached every single day with a buffet of many different thought choices that we can make on a daily basis. We can choose the positive ones to fill our plate with the positive one, or to fill our mind with the positive ones, or we can choose to fill our plate with the negative ones. And it's a buffet, y'all. It's 100% up to you. what thoughts you choose to fill your plate with. Okay, so what I would say is that negative talk is happening all the time around me, and I choose to quickly shift myself out of the opportunity to receive a negative thought, and I shift it to a positive one immediately. So that's a choice that all of us have, to shift from the negative to the positive. So when you have a thought such as, let's just say you're supposed to train, or you're supposed to speak somewhere, or you're just supposed to hit the send button on an email, and you hear, oh, nobody's going to want to hear from you. Nobody's going to like your speech. Nobody's going to want to read your email. And you kind of like start going with that thought. You have the opportunity to say, oh no, this is what I'm meant to be doing. Only good happens around me, to me, for me. This email is going to go out to the perfect people, or these words that I speak are going to go out to the right ears. I mean, sometimes, guys, one personal I will talk to you about one personal little bit of struggle that I have is that I feel like I have a real true calling to pour out into other people, especially some of this positive stuff that I'm talking about, like what I'm talking about now. But when I talk about Canva, when I talk about business, when I talk about other things, of course, I'm going to get more views when I talk about grants and when I do other things. And of course, I still want to help people with business, and that stuff on my channel is going to get more views. But when I talk about the positive stuff, I don't get as many clicks on my videos. I don't get as many views, but I know that it's my calling, and I know that it's a part of my purpose to impart this information, just to push it outside of myself, to share it with the world. So I have a couple choices. When I record these videos, I could listen to the negative self-talk that is saying, why even waste time with these positive videos when you're only getting a few views on these? You're not really reaching anyone like you would with the business. Why don't you just focus on the business stuff where all the views are going to be? And I have to quickly remind myself that the right people who are supposed to get this content will get it, even if it's a year from now, even if it's 2 years from now. I am going to do what I'm purposed to do, even when I don't see the numbers, okay? And that's what I mean when I say replace those negative thoughts with those positive thoughts, guys, and stay focused. Number 3 is always realize that everything is a lesson. I think that when I started approaching the negative things in my life, and with the things that seem negative, or the negative situations that feel really negative to me in my life, when I stopped viewing them as negative and just started viewing them as opportunities to walk away with a great lesson, that's when my perspective started to change. And my mom said something really, really meaningful to me recently, and I've been repeating it so much because it really stuck with me. She said, when you change the way that you see things, the things that you see will change. When you change the way that you see things, the things that you see will change. I had to repeat that one more time for you so that you got that. That quote that she gave me, that saying that she gave me, is all about perspective, guys. When you change the way that you see things, the things that you see will change. Okay, so when things happen to me that I don't understand, or I don't like, or I'm having a really, really challenging day, I try to ask myself, what is the lesson? So instead of saying, why me? I say, what is the lesson? Maybe instead of why me, maybe try me, because I'm interested, in finding out what this lesson is and what I'm meant to learn, versus it just means victimizing myself. And I think I will post that on social media today. Instead of saying, why me, saying what's the lesson, or saying try me and what's the lesson, I think I'll post that. Because that's a whole word right there. But seriously though, guys, change your perspective, and I feel that you will learn the lesson and you'll be able to move on from the lesson. I truly believe that we're presented with opportunities to learn and to grow from our learning. And when we do not take that opportunity to learn, I feel like the same problem just shows up in another way over and over and over again until we learn the lesson anyway. So why not be open to learning from some of the things that we are being presented with in our lives, okay? And the last one I just want to say is show yourself some grace. I always have to remember, guys, that every single day I may not be vibrating high. Every single day I may not be at my best. There are some days that my thoughts do get the best of me, and it really, really does sort of leak into my day. And it's on those days that sometimes I need to just call it a day, give myself some rest, maybe go watch some trash TV and do something else. Just go do something else and maybe revisit a new day with new fresh energy, new perspective, and feeling much better. Sometimes you just need to just get off of it a little bit and give yourself some grace. Maybe go get an ice cream with the kids, maybe go sit out on the deck, enjoy the warm sunny day, whatever you need to do to sort of like just give yourself a mental break, because sometimes we just aren't feeling great about things. We aren't feeling great about ourselves. Maybe something just happened and really, maybe it was so devastating for you, or maybe it was just so rough that you aren't able to just immediately shift your perspective, So sometimes it's just great to give yourself some grace, go do something else, give yourself some time to kind of reset, and all things will be better, in a new day. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please definitely let me know in the comments. Every time you like or share any of this content, guys, it really, really does help to push this channel forward. For those of you who are interested in starting your own subscription box, on May 5th, 2022, I am doing a free workshop. I'll be sure to link the information below. I'm going to be sharing how you can start your successful subscription box and bring in hundreds of subscribers. I'm getting tongue-tied, within 10 steps. I'm going to be sharing that with you guys soon. Everything is planned for the workshop, so I'll be sure to actually link that below. So guys, be blessed. Don't forget, everything you put your hands to, it shall prosper. As long as you are on board and your belief is there, it will happen for you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.